All right. Good morning, ladies and gents. First video, we're going to be making a peppermint mocha latte. Ingredients, obviously, we're going to include the chocolate syrup, 1 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of the peppermint syrup, and the coffee beans, and some whipped cream. Gotta add some whipped cream at the end. Um, we'll be using the Kona Reserve coffee beans. There's a local Kona coffee shop right by my house. Got to support your local coffee shops. Right now, I'm going to be preheating the portafilter. That way, when the coffee does go through, it doesn't go from a cold start. It's fresh, ready to go. So this is always a good habit to do. Grind size for my Barista Pro Express, usually at 10, is a perfect extraction to where it's not extracting too slow or too fast. It just gives you the right balance of crema that you need from your espresso from your coffee beans. And so this little gadget here I got Christmas about a couple years ago. What it does essentially extends the portafilter basket to where whenever the coffee beans are grinding, it doesn't make a complete mess. It's able to catch all the coffee beans, so the less amount of mess that gets onto the water tray is almost to none. It's amazing. So I highly recommend getting that little gadget. So we're adding the coffee beans to the coffee bean harper, and then with just a little push, we're gonna go ahead and have the coffee beans grinded. And voila. I usually do a two-step tampering system. You see those coffee beans right there, or those coffee grounds now. They just look so fresh. They're not too fine, not too coarse, just the perfect balance. Maybe a little more fine than usual, which is perfectly fine. So I usually just tamp it down initially with the built-in tamper that came with the Barista Pro Express machine. Just a quick little tamp. I always put a good amount of force on that one. And then I go ahead and let the heavier tamp it down with that, spin it a couple of times so we get a nice layer of the ground coffee. And then once we do that, we're just gonna go ahead and insert it, and then let the machine do the work. Yeah, having the espresso machine for about a couple years now, you kind of have an idea of where you have your grind settings to where you can go ahead and get like that perfect extraction. So you can see right there, it doesn't come out too sloppy or too liquidy or too slow. It is just perfect. There's no bubbles, barely any bubbles on that nice thin layer of crema, or probably thick layer of crema, and it just looks beautiful. It's amazing. And we're gonna go ahead and do a little close up right now. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. From time to time, the puck will get stuck in the coffee machine, but I just let it wiggle a little bit, put it into our little puck holder. Now we're gonna go ahead and actually steam the milk, and so we're gonna do, as I said, 1 cup of milk, preferably whole milk. We're gonna go add it to the cup so we can go ahead and steam it. If you're a klutz like me, this will happen from time to time. Hmm, fail. All right. I usually let the first set of water go into the other cup. I put it back in the one into the this cup here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and fast forward it because it is a bit of a process. All we're looking for here is just a nice layer of foam on top. Not too much and not too little. Just normally how I would do it with my regular lattes. Make sure you always clean and purge right after you're done steaming some milk. And then we're actually going to add some chocolate syrup, but onto the sides. And so usually you can go ahead and do this and then add an additional 1 tablespoon of chocolate syrup in the cup if you want more of a chocolate taste, whichever you prefer. It just always looks nice and looks appealing that way. Then we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of peppermint. I remember the first time I had this peppermint mocha at Starbucks. It was one of the best things I ever had. And ever since I got the espresso machine, I haven't gone back to Starbucks because this just hits the spot every single time. After we add our peppermint syrup, we're going to add the 2 shots of espresso into the glass. Then after that, we're going to add the rest of the milk on there. So we're not going to do any latte art because we're going to add the whipped cream on top, but we do want a good amount of foam. Not too much, just a like nice thin layer so you can see that foam how it separates from the milk. And then we're just gonna add some whipped cream onto the top. Then once we're done adding the whipped cream, we're gonna add a drizzle of chocolate syrup, and that is it, guys. Very easy, quick way of making some peppermint mocha lattes at home. I'm telling you, it tastes delicious. It's fast. It's easy. Definitely recommend sharing it to your friends. So if you like this video, please give it a like. Y'all have a great day, and as always, stay tropical.